Hello and welcome to another lecture on signals and system. Today we will be deriving the Euler's relation and a particular case of the Euler's relation, which is called the Euler's identity, from the Taylor series expansion. So this relation is often called the jewel of mathematics, named after the great mathematician Leonhard Euler. Now we'll be deriving this expression from the Taylor series expansion. And Taylor series basically says that a function f of x can be expressed as an infinite sum of terms in terms of the function's derivatives at a certain point a. Now, Maclaurin series is a particular case of the Taylor series when a equal to 0. Now if I write the Maclaurin series expansion of this function, I can write f of 0 plus f dash of 0 times x plus f double dash of 0 times x square over 2 factorial plus f triple dash of 0 into x cube over 3 factorial and so on. So we will be finding the Maclaurin series expansion of cosine of x, sine of x and e to the iota x. So let's start with sine of x. So the first thing we will need are the derivatives evaluated at x equal to 0. So f dash of 0 would be cosine of 0 equal to 1. F double dash of 0 would be minus sine of 0 equal to 0. F triple dash of 0 would be minus cosine of 0, which would be minus 1. And f fourth derivative of f would be sine of 0 equal to 0. Now if I write the Maclaurin series expansion, I can write sine of x is equal to f of 0, which would be sine of 0 plus the first derivative, which is 1 in our case, times x plus the second derivative, which is 0 times x square over 2 factorial plus the third derivative, which is minus 1 times x cube over 3 factorial plus the fourth derivative, which is 0 times x to the power 4 over 4 factorial and so on. So here we see a pattern. So if I write this further, I can write sine of 0 as 0 plus x plus the second term vanishes. Then the third term would be minus x cube over 3 factorial plus 0. And based on this, we can see a pattern that the next term would be x to the power 5 over 5 factorial. So alternate odd terms are appearing with a change in sign, and that's how the Maclaurin series expansion of sine of x will look like. Now we do the same with cosine of x. First we will need the first few derivatives of this. So minus sine of 0 would be 0. F double dash of 0 would be minus cosine of 0, which would be minus 1. Then f triple dash of 0 would be sine of 0, again 0. And then the fourth derivative would be cosine of 0 equal to 1. So I can write the Maclaurin series expansion of cosine of x as f of 0. So cosine of 0 would be the first term plus the first derivative evaluated at 0 times x plus the second derivative which is minus 1 times x square over 2 factorial plus the third derivative, which is 0 times x cube over 3 factorial plus the fourth derivative, which is 1 times x4 over 4 factorial, and so on. If I simplify this further, I get 1 plus 0 minus x square over 2 factorial plus 0 plus x4 over 4 factorial. Here also you can see a pattern that the next term would be 0 and the next term would appear with a negative sign, and we'll have x to the power 6 divided by 6 factorial, and so on. So this is the Maclaurin series representation of cosine of x. Lastly, we need to find the Maclaurin series expansion of e to the x, which is quite simple because all of the derivatives evaluated at 0 would equal to 1 in this case, since the derivatives of e to the x is equal to e to the x itself. So all of the derivatives can be written like this, and the Maclaurin series representation would be f of x plus f dash of 0 times x plus f double dash of 0 times x square over 2 factorial, which would go like this: x4 over 4 factorial plus x5 over 5 factorial plus so on. Now what if I replace e to the x with e to the iota x? Then we can write it as 1 plus iota times x plus iota times x square over 2 factorial plus iota times x to the power 3 divided by 3 factorial plus iota times x to the power 4 divided by 4 factorial plus iota times x to the power 5 divided by 5 factorial. Now we know that iota in mathematics equals to minus 1. So if I take the square of this, iota square would be minus 1. Iota cube can be written as iota square times iota. Iota square is minus 1 times iota, so minus iota. Iota cube is equal to minus iota. Iota 4 can be written as iota square times iota square. So minus 1 times minus 1 equal to 1. And iota 5 can be written as iota 4 times iota, which is equals to iota. Now if I plug these relations into the previous equation, e to the iota x, which was equal to 1 plus iota times x plus iota square times x would be minus x square over 2 factorial plus the third term was iota cube times x cube, and iota cube is minus iota, so this would be minus iota times x cube over 3 factorial plus iota to the power 4 is 1 times x to the power 4 divided by 4 factorial plus iota to the power 5 is equal to iota times x to the power 5 over 5 factorial, and so on. Now if I group these like this, then I can write this expansion as 1 minus x square over 2 factorial plus x to the power 4 divided by 4 factorial. And then I can also group these alternate terms, so these ones which have iota in it, so I can take iota common, and this would be x minus x cube over 3 factorial plus x to the power 5 over 5 factorial, and so on. So what is this? So we have just derived this. This is the Maclaurin series representation of sine of x. So I can replace this with sine of x, and this one is the Maclaurin series representation of cosine of x. So here I can write cosine of x. So now we have derived this relation from the Taylor series expansion. E to the power iota x is equal to cosine of x plus iota times sine of x. As a particular case, if I plug x equals to pi in this relation, I get e to the iota pi is equal to minus 1 plus 0, and thus e to the iota pi plus 1 equal to 0. This is the Euler's identity, which we will use a lot in our upcoming lectures on signals and systems. So that's it for today, and see you in the next lecture. Bye.